You may remember about a year ago, I made a video saying the trade copier I used was Social Trader Tools. A few people have been asking me if I still use Social Trader Tools. So I thought I'd do this video just to show that I actually have since changed. I have actually found a new trade copy that I've been using. I thought I'd just do a video on it, showcasing it to you guys and girls, see what you think. Recently, I've had a few little issues where I've found the copying to be a little bit slow sometimes, been getting filled quite sporadically. Backend's quite limited on what it shows you. And one of the biggest things of STT that I've never really understood, they only have select billing packages you can pick. So I think if you want 20 accounts, you have to pay for almost 40. So you're paying for a lot more than you need. This sparked me to sort of do a little bit of shopping, and I actually came across Traders Connect. Traders Connect is a relatively new trade copier. However, their UI and their interface is incredible, more aesthetically pleasing, a lot nicer on the eye, a lot more information, and they seem to be looking at constantly just improving on what they've already built. It's a cloud-based copier, which I think allows it to be a lot faster on the executions. Again, don't quote me on the exact ins and outs of those things. You can see here from the dashboard, it's a lot more modern and nicer. I am going to take you in, show you how to set up an account, show you the back end, show you how it works, just so you can get a feel for it. One thing I will say as well is their support is incredible. So they actually reply to you via Telegram and WhatsApp if you like, and to be honest, they reply within like 3 or 4 minutes. I was having problems connecting an E8 account and getting it to copy because I had to map it or whatever it's called. I'll show you that in a minute. And they got back to me within literally minutes. One of the biggest things with Traders Connect is obviously their integrations. Not finalized just yet, but you can actually set up for the trades to WhatsApp you, for the trades to Telegram you, so it tells you if you've been tagged in, if you've been tagged out. So there's some really cool nifty features, and they're only looking to build on this. They also are looking to incorporate C Trader into the mix, which I know not many copiers allow MT4 and C Trader, whereas I believe these guys are doing that. Also very big on allowing you to actually give them feature requests or asks for feature requests. So one thing I've asked for recently is a little bit more data back end, just a few more things like strike rate, perhaps days of the week that I take the most trades, things like that. So anyone can do this once you have an account, and they can look to add it in, and I would imagine the more people that upvote it, the more people that do it, it's going to happen. They show you what's actually up and coming and suggestions in their roadmap. So here you can see they've got a pause copier until, so you can pause the copier. This is helpful to avoid trading through news, so you can literally turn it so when news events are coming up, it won't copy. That you're not gonna try and trade the news if all your accounts linked and blow them all up and end up on OnlyFans, right? They seem like they're really looking to make waves in the industry. I think one of the biggest things here is obviously their pricing. So they allow you to actually purchase accounts individually. So you can just pay $10 per account. So let's say you've got 3 accounts, it's $30, where you haven't got to pay $50, $60 over the odds just for your 3 accounts. And obviously you can just scale that as you go. If they're having any issues or any problems, and they let you know when the problem's fixed, what the problem was. So they're very quick to get on top of things. Like I say, I've not had any issues or anything so far. Obviously, hopefully that continues. I'm actually going to link another account in a minute. I'm going to show you how I would link an account, just so you can have a step-by-step process on how you would set it up, and then how you'd set the copier up, and then I'll show you the execution, what you're greeted with on your dashboard. So you'd have all your accounts here, depending on how many accounts you have. And if you click this little button here, which says view, you can see, obviously, here's your metrics. You can see how it's a very clean interface. You know, they focused on obviously that clean aesthetic. So just gonna show you exactly how to set up an account. So you can set up the copier yourself, add an account, and you type in the name. And if you went FTMO, I'm using a FTMO demo, so you can set it like that. The server is MT4, the broker is FTMO, the server is the demo. Then you would want the account ID. We have the 2 accounts, we have the FTMO demo, we have the IC demo. So now all we have to do is set up the copier. Dead simple. If you go to copy trading, and if you go to here, if you add a copier, if you copy from the IC demo and you copy to the FTMO, you can decide if you want fixed lots. So maybe you know your lot size, you use the same stop loss all the time, whether you want to do 10 lots all the time. If you push fixed lot, it will just always copy the same lot size. Lot multiplier, obviously it can multiply the lots, and you have balance multiplier. Balance multiplier is the one that I would use, and then risk setting would be, so here it's 100% is equal 1-to-1 risk. So if you just put in 100%, then it's going to risk exactly 1-to-1. When the master's set up, one thing I've experienced just using different prop firms, different brokers, they all have different data feeds. And the problem with different data feeds is if you copy the stop loss and take profit, and let's say IC Markets feed is 1000 for entry, but FTMO's is 10002 or is 3, then it's going to add on extra risk because the stop loss is going to be higher or larger. So what I actually do is I don't copy the stop loss and take profit, because when the master closes, it will automatically close the slaves. Now again, this is completely down to you. Play around with this. But for example, copying from my personal accounts, Icy and Blueberry, and then copy into FTMO and E8, I've started to notice there's a massive difference, and sometimes the E8 account's getting filled in the middle of nowhere, and I've experienced this before when I was trading indices. So after speaking to the guys here, they just said, look, don't have copy, stop loss and take profit, and as soon as the master shuts, they'll all shut, and that has been happening. Obviously, just double check that's happening when you're live. Make sure you're checking. You know, what I would say is when you're setting this up first time round, do it on demo accounts, go wild with it, play around with it, and then copy it onto your other accounts. You don't want to be getting a funded challenge or having all your live accounts pushing buy and all of a sudden they all put on 100% risk. Oh my God, I literally need to start twerking up a pole. So just make sure that you're obviously doing your due diligence on this. So I'd leave that off, I'd click confirm. Now that account's added. When I was trying to add it, obviously because I was showing you how to set up new accounts, I did only need to click add slave. So if you've already got a master connected and you just want to add loads of accounts, if you just click here, add slave. Once you've added the account in, it will show you which copy account. Obviously I only have these 2 accounts on at the moment, but if you had like 6 or 7 accounts here, you would go on here, you would click on add slave, you would simply put copy to whatever account it is, risk type, settings, click confirm, and then they're set up here. This obviously makes sure it's on, that means the copier's on. Another thing is depending on the broker, so E8's one for this, where their symbols are EURUSD.E8 for example, this won't copy because it will copy EURUSD. So what you need to do is you need to go map symbols, and then you would need to click the account. So say it was EURUSD, you would find EURUSD, and then you would go EURUSD dot, and then E8. But obviously the accounts, I haven't got my E8 account on here, but you would click that, you would do E8, so it'd be like that, and then you click create mapping. So then what that would do is when you put a sell on EURUSD on your master, when it copies to EURUSD on E8, it's actually copying to theirs. I don't know why brokers have to add their fancy bit at the end. I don't understand the ins and outs of it. Once that's copied, that's it, job done. Everything is now set up. Again, these are just demo accounts that I've just been smacking things on. I've really been stress testing it through MT4. And we're just gonna smack buy. And if we click buy, see how fast, we click buy again, buy again, buy again. Lambo lots. So that's just a quick introduction, obviously how it works. Another thing that I would just share as well is with Copier accounts, what I tend to do now is I use them when I'm trading challenges and whatnot. Once I've got the challenges, once the accounts are secured, I tend to separate the accounts again. It's just something that I do myself, because again, if you're managing huge capital, you perhaps don't always want to have all your eggs in one basket. If you have a bad week and all 20 accounts take a hit, it's going to affect you a lot more. So what I tend to do is I use this for copying and for my personal, because you haven't got any like drill down rules or anything on the personal accounts, and I have more than one personal. So again, it's incredible for that, and it's incredible for challenges. But once I'm actually live on them challenges, what I do is I trade one account. So let's say 200k FTMO, I trade that. Once it's in profit, that gets locked away till payday. I move on to the next account, lock it away, move on to the next account. So if you do hit a bad period, you likely only hit that bad period on one account. So that's just the way that I do it. That's the way that I've been doing it now for quite a while, is once I've locked in profit, I move on, keep going. That way you've got money coming in, that way you're not shooting for the moon all the time. Like I say, if you want one designated account for a prop firm where you're perhaps a bit more aggressive, then by all means, again, that's up to you. And again, it's completely up to you. You know what, you want to link all your accounts, then here you go. You can link hundreds and hundreds of accounts, no problems at all. So yeah, it's just a quick insight. It's an update more than anything. I haven't done much trade update stuff on the channel, so I figured, you know, people always ask, so I thought I'd do one on this. And we'll continue to deliver more like day in the life, week in the life stuff on trading, because I get that there's a big audience here that clearly want that. So yeah, I'll continue to do that. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope there's been some value in it. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace and love, gang.